Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to my space and happy Sunday. Happy new moon in Scorpio. I am so excited to be here with you today talking about this beautiful new moon that we are in the midst of. And the new moon was on it was at its highest point on Thursday, the 4th, but we're still in it today. I feel the new moon leading up to it for about 3 or 4 days, and then 3 or 4 days after. And we're in this cycle of intention for 2 weeks, right? Between the new moon and the full moon. So I love to come on here and talk about the messages that I get from the moon because I get messages all the time. And, I love to connect with the moon, and it speaks to me very clearly. And this moon had a really clear message about simplicity. And, I was a little hesitant maybe about this new moon that we're moving into that is in Scorpio, right? Scorpio is a beautiful sign. It's watery and all about emotions and going deep. And so I was a little bit hesitant and honestly about it. And the moon kept speaking to me about, like, don't be hesitant, don't be afraid, come on in, like, welcome and enjoy this. And you don't have to, this was the message, you don't have to do something that is going to make it awful for you, or that you won't feel good, right? There's a difference between pushing ourselves and going where we need to go to excavate or to do the deep shadow work, and then there's forcing ourselves to do something that's not in our highest good. And that's what I felt like I was doing. So this moon's message was really clear. Like, there are simple ways to be in these moon phases and relax into them and not make them such a chore and get a lot. And what I have noticed is that giving myself permission, listening to that moon message and giving myself permission the last 3 days, I have been able to go deeper and to do more, where I was resistant at first. So I love that message from the moon, and I'm so grateful. And I want to say hi to everybody. Hi, Stacy. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Lily. Hi, Carolyn. Hi, Nicole. Oh, hi, Nicole. I've just been having the most incredible interaction with Nicole. Friday, she found me from Lisa Gunshore's channel and had the most beautiful things to say about some of my content. I appreciate it, Nicole, and thank you for being here. And thank you, everybody, for joining me. So there's a lot more numbers on here than I see people. Hi, Karen. Let me know if you're here. And I'm going to be doing some quick card pulls when I get done with what we're talking about. So if you want me to pull a card for you, then let me know. So the thing that the moon was telling me about this simplicity and being in ease and just relaxing into it was, we don't always have to know or be mindful. I don't know if that's the right word. We don't always have to coincide with the sign that the moon is in and where it really is calling us to go deeply. Sometimes we can just be in the moon, be in the cycle, be here for it and what it's bringing to us personally, with a little bit of the sign that it's in and what it specifically is, but mostly just the guidance of the moon, which is what it's all about, right? The guidance of the moon and what is it speaking to us. So they had a lot of really, really practical tips. They showed me specific things that I love this, because the practical leads to us being magical, right? When we can take those really practical things and implement them, it helps us to feel, number one, in control. Number two, like we're accomplishing things, and it really amplifies our frequency and makes us that much more magical, which is what this is all about, right? That's what this is all about. Let's see. Oh, hi, Leslie. Thank you. Okay, got a couple people saying they want cards. So let's get to this info that they gave me. So they were speaking to me about my sun sign and the element that it's in. Okay. So they were talking to me about how in this sign of Scorpio, in the moon that's in Scorpio right now, and it's dark, which even amplifies all that Scorpio-ness even more. That if we can return to our sun sign and the element that controls it, we can find a lot within that. So, really practical, super simple. And, I'm all about the simple. I love complicated, and believe me, I love to complicate stuff, but we miss things sometimes when it's too complicated. And so I've just been being called to, relax into it, make it simple, and just something that feels really manageable. So I always know if I'm feeling that way, there's got to be others. That's why I want to share these moon messages, right? Okay, so let's start with the earth element. So the earth signs are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So the moon guidance that I'm getting for these earth signs is be in breath and movement. Okay. So the importance of this is when you're in movement and breath, it's going to ground you. So it's going to drop you from your brain into your body, right? From the space of the mind into the physical body where we're grounded. That also opens up our connection, which is really pivotal when we're trying to do any work, right? When we're trying to do any type of spiritual work, self-improvement work, anything that we're doing, we want to be connected. We can't be connected without being grounded. It's just the truth of it. So breath work, you can do like left nostril breathing that helps relax you. You can do, a counted breath like that box breath, 4 in, pause for 4, out for 4, pause for 4, in for 4, something like that. You can do any kind of breath that feels good for you. I call it a complete breath, breathing into your belly, through your nose, up into the lungs, hold for a few moments, release out the mouth. I love that. And the movement. Where can you be in movement? Walking. Dancing is what they showed me, the moon showed me was the best. Okay. Dancing. When we can dance, we let go of all that earthiness and we open our heart space. And that's one of the issues with these earth signs. They're very grounded. They're so grounded. It's like they can't enjoy life sometimes, right? So we want to find the balance of the grounding and the connection. We want to meet in the middle, the heart. It's a perfect spot. So dancing is a perfect way to do that. Okay, so now we're into the water signs. Scorpio, we're right here. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And with this, it feels really wonderful to just surround yourself in water as much as you can. So lots of baths, lots of showers, having like a little app or an actual fountain if you can, where you can just hear water streaming all day or as much as you can. And in your mind, visually connect to the water, connect with water in some way, your water, and you can see an ocean, a stream, a pond, whatever, but just visualize the water in ease and flow. Okay. Not rushing swiftly, not stagnant and stinky, but ease and flow. Okay. So gentle flowing water is what we want for this cycle of intention. And before we get to fire, I just want to say one thing about this cycle of intention that we're in. We want to be really clear that when we're setting our intention for these weeks that we're in, that we're clear about the intention that we want to set, and we set it and then we let it go. We're not staying in the details of it, other than the action that we need to engage in to bring it about, right? Because that's the beautiful thing about intention. In order for us to manifest the intention, it needs to be that perfect balance of yang, which is action, what's my part of it, and yin, letting it go, the stillness. That's not always easy to find, that balance, but once you do, it's like you are in the flow and you are the magical manifester and the magical being that you were born to be, right? So this cycle of the moon is a great time to practice that. And it is an art. I call it the art of receiving and abundance, because it is an art form, and it is something that we need to practice to hone our skills at that art of receiving. So that's water. All right, now we're at fire. That's Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Okay, so fire is kind of it's a very interesting element. I love fire. We all love fire, right? It warms us. It brings us passion and our personal power and confidence and all those wonderful things. But fire can easily get out of control. And we know it's out of control when we can't focus, when we can't land and focus and get things done, where we're not being productive. We know that our fire is out of control. Our fire can also be out of control when we're not productive if there is no fire, right? If it's burned out and we're just like, ugh. So we want a beautiful balance of fire where it warms us. It builds our sense of personal power. It builds our sense of productivity and focus, right? But it doesn't burn everything out, and it doesn't burn out itself. So what you want to do is you want to bring in the balance of fire, not too much, not too little. And the way that the moon showed me for this is prioritizing. So you want to prioritize what you want to get done, right? So this is your intention. Your intention, if you're a fire sign, could simply be this new moon cycle to be productive in one area or two areas. So it could be something like cleaning a closet out or organizing your kitchen, or a big project that you have to begin or to finish. It could be whatever it is. Prioritize it, one or two things, not 10, right? Those of us that have a fire, we love to have more, right? The more the better, we always think. Well, if I can do this, then I can do 20 things. No, pull it back, pull all that fire in. Say thank you, fire, for your, for your excitement. But we're going to pick one or two things to focus on this moon cycle. And then you want to schedule that productivity in. So actually schedule it into your day every day. 10 minutes here, 15 minutes here, right? It can feel daunting. An hour of meditation can feel daunting and like it's impossible at times, right? Like there are some days when I'm like, where in the hell am I going to find an hour to meditate, a solid hour to meditate? But if I remind myself that I can do it the way that it fits in my day, and I can take it in little bite-sized chunks, 10 or 15 minutes here, 10 or 15 minutes there, and I schedule it throughout my day, oftentimes I'll get more than an hour in, which is a beautiful thing. So it's just about controlling the fire, containing the fire so that it actually does its job of fueling us for these ways. All right, and now we're in air. That's me. Where are my air signs? I'd love to see a hand up or likes or something. So Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, okay? So this is the sign that's all about thoughts and thinking, and we can get so much in our head, so easily in our head. We want to be careful about that, okay? So what the moon showed me is soften our thoughts, find compassion and kindness in these thoughts. Notice where our thoughts are heavy and where they're light, and opt for light where we can. Okay. So the one thing that they showed me with this is breathing. What the breath does is it embodies us. And we talked about this earlier with the earth sign. It drops us from the space of our mind into the space of our body where we're embodied, and we make better choices, right? We make better choices, and dropping from here into our body will bring embodied thoughts, which are always in our highest good. Those are always going to be about what we want and what's in our highest good. So that's where we want to go. All right, guys, let's get to who wants a card. So hi, Sabrina. Welcome. Sabrina says this is her first time watching. So thank you so much, Sabrina, for being here. I appreciate it and so much. I can't tell you. Okay, so we've got some people here saying Lily would like a card. Carolyn would like a card. Oh, thank you, Carolyn. I appreciate that. I just want you guys to see what I'm reading. Carolyn says, would love a card. Your message are always on point. Thank you so much, Carolyn. Okay, so we've got Lily. We've got Carolyn. Thank you, guys. We've got Leslie. Nicole would love a card. Oh, and Nicole, I love this. She says, so many beautiful things happening. I love that. I love that. Oh, and I like this. Tracy, yes. Like you saying that we don't have to be so rigid learned with the astrology to be able to still access the mystical. Absolutely. That is so true. And thank you for that, Tracy, because it's important. You know, sometimes we have to go with where our energy is. And we have to first start with being honest about where we are energetically. What do I have the bandwidth for? Right? Some moon cycles, I have so much bandwidth that I can just dive in directly and embrace it all and love it all. And, you know, I eat it up. Sometimes I don't. This moon cycle, I didn't have the bandwidth. I had done a lot of deep work in October with the moons and different things. And so my bandwidth maybe wasn't quite as big. That's my responsibility to know that and to adjust, not to beat myself up because I'm not going to go as deep this time, right? The moon is still here. The moon still wants to help. The moon still is our guide and such a force for our insight and self-knowledge. The moon always wants to help us and it wants to meet us where we're at. We don't need to force anything. So thank you for that, Tracy. Stacy R would love a card. Thank you so much. Sabrina, and I said, welcome, Sabrina. I'm so glad you're here. Karen. So guys, these cards are not going to be about specific, well, they're very specific to this moon and your sign, your sun sign, the element of your sun sign. And the card is going to be to help you get insight into how to utilize your sun sign and the element of that sun sign to help you in this moon cycle. Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, Nicole says she loves to dance and feels so much incredible joy. Amen. Okay, Tracy would like a card. Oh, there's my Libra. Thank you, Leslie. Okay. Oh, hi, Les. Les Hoffman. Les would like a card. Awesome. Dana. Lisa Busco. Hi, welcome. Welcome, Dana and Lisa. Sabrina would like a card. Let's see. Yep. So, Lily says she's a Virgo and she's been getting Earth messages lately. Yep, that happens all the time, right? Okay, so Leslie Hoffman, Leslie Swigert. Yeah, boy, Sabrina said, I love what you said about not having the bandwidth. It's just true. Sometimes, guys, we can't make it. Like, we can, but it's not in our highest good. We don't want to constantly be forcing ourselves to do things that we don't have the bandwidth for. It leads to frustration and burnout. And we want to be in the space of thriving, right? So we have to know where we're at and what we can do. Nicole says, last moon cycle was crazy for me. I was all over the place. This one I feel so in tune and so much vast love. I just want to soak it all in and bathe in it. Oh, I love that. There's that water, right? Oh, and Les switch. So hi, Les. Welcome. All right. So let's go. And I think we've got all of the messages. Okay. So guys, I'm going to use my inquiry deck today. These questions feel like they are perfect. Sorry, for where we are and what we're doing. And so this is what I'm going to use. Okay. So Lily, let's see what question is coming to you. And so again, this is just a question to help you deepen further into where you're at in this moon cycle and the intention that you want to bring. Okay, so I love this. Lily, whoops. What am I looking for? Look at all the blue and the green. Isn't that gorgeous? And you said you're getting a lot of earth messages. So with your intention, I would say, what am I looking for? And what the caution that I'm getting, Lily, is like lighten up a bit. Don't be so grounded and allow yourself to see, how you might be able to lighten up and have a little bit more fun with it. Okay. All right, Carolyn. Okay, Carolyn. Oof. This is an awesome card. What if I wasn't afraid? Isn't that gorgeous? And I have to say, so these are all like flowers that are like blown way up, but don't those look like beetles? Those look like beetles. So Carolyn, you got to look up the beetle totem and see what that says, see how that speaks to you. But the thing that I noticed is all of the white. Okay. So Carolyn, with your intention for this new moon, what about it makes you scared? Or can you push yourself a little bit to set an intention about something that scares you? And what I love about the white in that card is that, bravery doesn't mean lack of fear. It just means we recognize the fear, but it's not going to stop us. So, where can you really connect to those higher realms? I'm talking like the, 11th, 12th chakra type of a thing, and really get the guidance that you need to help you with your intention. All right. Leslie, I think I've got you right here, Leslie Swigert. This is for you. Okay, so this is a beautiful card. Whoops. What can I celebrate? Oh, and look at all that red. It's like an orangey red, and I just love that. This is where when we, are in our highest self, when we are being our best, we're in the place to celebrate and be in joy. So that's what I'm really feeling for you today is like, where can you find the joy in this intention? When it comes time to do these moon things, releasing, setting intentions, all that, it can feel like work. It can feel like a chore. But how can you bring the fun and the joy into it? How can you bring the ease and the flow, right? That would be beautiful. Oh my goodness. And I just have to say, first Lily says, reminded me of peacock feathers. Yes, those peacock feathers, gorgeous. And so maybe look up peacock, Lily. That might be great for you. And Carolyn says, she has been seeing beetles everywhere. You can't make this stuff up. Isn't that just incredible? Oh, I love these things. Oh, and then Carolyn, we got to put this up. Even in my journal this morning, just set an intention to move forward with a connection that still has a lot of fear left over for me from previous experiences. Perfect synchronicity. Oh, I love that. I love that. Okay, Nicole. You guys, this is the first time I have pulled a card for Nicole. I am so excited because this is the first time 2 people on here today. I've never pulled a card for Nicole and I've never pulled a card for Sabrina. I think they're my 2 newbies today. If there's somebody else I missed, let me know. But let's see, Nicole, what this card has to say for you. Which card it is and what it has to say. Oof. How can I express myself? Wow. Look at all of that orange and yellow. And you said you're a water sign. I think you said you're a Cancer, right? So how perfect is this for, expressing yourself? The The second energy center, the sacral chakra, is all about our authentic self. It's like they're combined. Sorry, they're both of them. The second energy center and the fifth, the sacral and the throat. They are so tied in all of us, more than we even know. I'm going to be talking about that later. If you guys aren't on my email list, get on my email list, because I'm going to be sending some emails about some private some private talks, little mini snippet talks that I'm going to be doing about the connection between our sacral chakra and our throat chakra, and these energetic chastity belts that we all have. We don't realize it, but we do, and how we unlock them. So get on my email list if you're not, so that you get notifications, so that you can join me live or get the replay. Okay. But Nicole, anyway, I digressed. I'm sorry. This is essential. How do you express yourself? So the movement, the dancing. I know you've opened yourself up to spiritual communication and getting really quick answers with that. So keep it up. Open that area. The other thing that I'm seeing is, where can you bring more orange in? Like orange food, like oranges, orange bell peppers, yams, things like that, sweet potatoes, things like that. That would really, really help open and help you to really express yourself beautifully. Okay, Stacy, here we are. Let's see what card is for Stacy. Okay. Oh my goodness. Same card as Carolyn. What if I wasn't afraid? What if I wasn't afraid? So, whichever element is for your personal sun sign, Stacy, I'm going to ask you, like, what if I wasn't afraid? But you know what? I'm going to say I'm overriding what I just said, because this is how it works. It's about water for you, and it's all about emotion and trusting yourself. So again, the second energy center and the throat, the sacral and the throat chakra, are highly connected for trusting ourselves and for knowing, who we are and what we want. So, what if I wasn't afraid? Ugh, what a gorgeous card. Okay. And you're a nurse sign. Okay, that's all right. We're talking about water here. The water is what's coming through loud and clear. So, water wants to flow. Water wants to flow gently. What I said with the water signs. Imagine that, And guys, I'm going to tell you, that how the boundary, like Tracy said, we want to blur the boundaries. So if you're an earth sign and something I said resonates with you about one of the other signs, or whatever sign you are, if something that I said to you resonates with you, if something I said about one of the other signs resonates with you, grab it, go with it. We're not fixed, right? Our energy is meant to be fluid and moving. So we might be an earth sign, but we might be attracted to the fire message I gave today. Go with it. Trust your gut. That's everything. That's all there is. All righty. Okay, Karen. Oh my gosh, I love this. Look at this. Nicole says, wow, I've been trying to zone in on my authentic self-awareness. This is such great validation. She just finished eating a peach. I love it. There's that orange and yellow, right? Both in that. So I love it. Okay, Karen, what am I looking for? Oh, we're pulling the same cards today, guys. This is crazy. So this is the same one that Lily had. So Karen, what are you looking for? And it feels like with your intention, it feels like lots of fire. I don't know if you're a fire sign, but I just keep getting that it's really about you grounding into your personal power space and getting really productive and not only being physically productive, but getting clarity about what it is you want to be productive with. That's really important. I hope that helps, Karen. Okay, Tracy. Let's see. I missed some. Oh, thank you, Tracy. You're so sweet. I appreciate it. I love my products and I'm so glad you guys like them too. They have been life-changing and they help me all the time get through some really hard stuff. So I'm grateful for those tools all the time. All right, Tracy, here's your card. Wow, what a gorgeous card. What is my heart saying? Now, I want to note something. This says what is my heart saying, but there's no green in this. It's all red and white. And okay? So, grounding, grounding, grounding. How can you be embodied? And then from that place of embodiment, be connected. And then once you're grounded and you're connected from that space, then you're going to join the two and then you're going to get even more connected, even more grounded. You're going to realize your sense of self even more. And it's going to be so gorgeous. And then from that space, there's not going to be any question about what your heart is saying, right? It'll be so clear that you will not be able to argue it with it. And we like to argue with what our heart says all the time. Okay. So I love that for you, Tracy. So beautiful. Let's see. Carolyn says, yes, we are always fluid. It's true. We are. That's why I tell everybody, like, we don't have to make a decision for the rest of our lives today. We can make the decision for us today. And I do that every morning I wake up. There's some big things happening in my life. And, I've had to make some hard choices about them. And the way that I have been able to make those choices is to say, this is my choice for today. I give myself permission to change my mind tomorrow, to change my mind today if I need. And so I wake up every morning and I feel into how I'm feeling about it. And I allow myself to go with that, knowing that how I feel about it today may not be how I feel tomorrow. And I give myself permission to change because we have to. We're fluid. We want to change. That's what energy does. It wants to be moving and it wants to change. So I love that, Carolyn. Thank you. And Les has given us some wisdom here. That is why the planets in specific houses when you were born are as important as your specific month sign. Absolutely, right? And there's a lot of other things too. I use these things called archetypes, which I keep saying I'm going to do that one day. We're going to do that. One day I'm going to come on and everybody's going to bring me their date of the day that they were born and their time. And if you don't know the day of the week, we can find it. But then we're going to do our archetypes because that's another way to get insight into how things change and move and grow. Okay. Because we want to look at all of it. We don't want to only be in one space, right? We want to take all of these tools, these beautiful divine tools that are available to us, and go from there. Okay, Les, let's see. What is yours? Oof. Oh, this one makes you emotional. Because I know you, Les. What if I were free? So, to me, this is all about asking yourself, like just playing with it. If I was free, what would I do different? Or first, know what do you want to be free from, right? Where do you want to be free? Where do you need the freedom? And then ask yourself, if I was free, what would I do? Like that thing, like if money was no object, how would I live differently? Whatever, right? But just what gift would freedom bring? And then I'm going to say, ask yourself how you can bring that gift in now, not waiting now. Okay. Thank you, Les. Okay. Let's see. Leslie Swigert says, yes, I need to find more joy and celebrate the things I'm grateful for. You nailed it. Thank you. Thank you for that validation to you guys. I appreciate it so much because, I'm on here talking and you never know. You hope, you hope, you hope, you hope. And so here we are with Dana, and Lisa's commenting, says, Leslie, oh my God, can't make this up. Love it. Gotta love it. Okay. So Dana, here is your card, and it is, what's the most loving choice? And I can't help but notice all the blue, right? And the red, but the blue is just so, it stands out. It's what I noticed first on this card. I don't always, when I turn the cards over, I notice different things with the blue. So Dana, where are you not being true to yourself with your throat, with your communication? What I mean by that is, where are you not being honest with what you want, with what you need, with how you want things to go? Where are you maybe just holding back a bit? So that's what that feels like. And whatever element that you were in, Dana, I'm going to say, bring in that air element, the element of being kind and compassionate with your thoughts. Okay. And softening those thoughts, lightening those thoughts. All right, guys. Oh, yep. Look at, I love this, Tracy. Thank you. She's a Sag, November 28th. I've been challenged lately with recent family illnesses and work mandates. Thank you for the confirmation that all is well, staying grounded in my heart and heart-centered. Oh, I love that. You know what, guys? We all have to stay grounded right now. It is a time of turmoil, so tumultuous right now, and we all have to be grounded. And how we get grounded might be different, right? It changes too, because we're energy, right? So it changes. So what grounded us 2 days ago might not ground us today, and vice, we have to be aware all the time. That's our responsibility, our number one responsibility, to know where we're at and what we need. Okay. So last card. Ooh, I love this card. It's a beautiful card for Sabrina. And this is, where is my strength? All those gorgeous colors, all those gorgeous colors. And what I'm going to say, Sabrina, is I don't know if there's fire, if you have fire, if you're a fire sign, or if you have a lot of fire in your chart, but if you can bring yourself, if you can pull your energy in, because I feel like there is oh, Sabrina's water. Okay, that's fine. But I feel like there's a lot of scatteredness going on. So if you have fire in your chart, it just might be up right now. Okay. But so if you can just pull it in, pull your energy in, which will help the water as well. Because it just feels like there's scatteredness right now, and like too much energy going in too many different directions. So pull it in, ground it in, and that'll help a lot. And ooh, Lily, a grounding mat. Tell us about that. She ordered a grounding mat. That sounds awesome. I want to know about that. Heard about the weighted blankets. Honestly, no idea why I'm not a fan of the weighted blankets. Don't love them. I guess maybe they make me too grounded. I don't know, but not a fan. And I want to just remind everybody of two really oldies but goodies tools that are always in our toolbox that we can go to at any time that we need them. The first one is the Ho'oponopono prayer. If you don't know it, look it up. It's incredible. It is transformative, and it helps us to be the alchemists that we were born to be. So it's 4 lines. I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you. Okay, you're saying it to yourself. You're cleaning the situations, whatever you're in. It's all about whatever we see outside of us that doesn't please us, we want to clean within so that our perception is cleaned. And I love the Ho'opono. It has saved me more times than I can remember. And the second one is the trash journal. I was reminded of this the other day, talking with a client, and it's an amazing tool. Okay. So it's a cheap notebook. It's like this kind of a notebook, one that you just get at, Walmart. It's nothing beautiful. It's not a pretty journal. And you just write, 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 and you dump. And it's all of the junk that you don't want, like all of the stuff that you don't want to that you want to say to people but you can't, or that you want, that you've been thinking and feeling about yourself, or that about a situation. It's the sadness, it's the anger, it's the frustration, it's all of it. Tracy says she calls hers the vomit book. I love that. Whatever you want to call it, it's just a matter of getting it out. So what you do is you write, 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 all of it, and you be honest. Don't edit. Don't edit. That's the important thing. This is the honest truth. And if we cannot be honest with ourselves about what we're feeling, we can't be truly intuitive, okay, for ourselves. So we've got to be honest. So you want to be honest and write, write, write. It's pen to paper. There's magic when you write with your hand. So you want to do that. And then you write, write, write until you feel the release. If you don't feel the release, you're not done. There's still more trash to take out. And then you close it. And then I always show myself gratitude in some way. I either will do a little meditation, or I hug myself, or I do a little gratitude list, something. And you close that vomit book, that trash journal, and you put it away, and you don't look at it again because it's trash. You don't go, diving. You don't go diving to see what's in the trash, right? So we got to know that. Ooh, let's see. Dana, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. To cleanse yourself of a bad feelings, chant the following mantra repeatedly while sitting with your eyes closed. It's a kind of meditation. And boy, you guys can't see me, and that's kind of distracting, but you can read. Thank you, Dana. It's an ancient Hawaiian prayer that the Hawaiian queen brought to, started teaching people again. And then Dr. Hugh Len brought it to the United States. And if you don't know the story of that, oh my goodness, you guys, it is miraculous and it's crazy. Okay. So try it. And you don't have to do it with your eyes closed. Sometimes I do it while people are talking to me because I'm having something going on. But I say it before I go to bed. I say it when I wake up in the morning. I say it all the time. Oh, and yes, Dana's in Hawaii right now. So is it Pule? Pule, which means prayer. Oh, how beautiful. Okay. So thank you all so much for being here. Let's see, Tracy, we're going to wind it on down here. Tracy says, I also burn the pages during the full moons and rip the pages out one by one, sending it back up to the moon. Yep, you can do that. Sometimes I just keep mine in, I hide it, and then, I recycle it, burn it, do whatever you want, but it's trash. Don't forget it's trash. You don't go back in and dumpster dive. You put it in there, and then you close it and you move on. Nicole says she uses a sauna blanket for meditation and grounding. Sun and heat make me feel home. Oh, I love that. I'm known for taking naps in my hot car with the sunroof open. Oh, I love that. I'm going to have to look into a sauna blanket, Nicole. Thank you. Yeah, so Wednesday wisdom. Oh, yes, Leslie. Thank you. So I want to remind you guys, if you can join me, I've got two episodes of Practicality and Magic this week. I'm so excited. So tomorrow, Monday the 8th at 11:11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, I will be joined by the beautiful Maddie Morley of Truth Matters podcast. And she is the most beautiful being of light. I can't even tell you, and wisdom. And she's 24, maybe close to 25, and astounding. And I learned so much from her, and I'm so excited to have her on talking to us about how she's so wise and how she's made these incredible choices she has at such a young age. I'm so excited for it. So join us for that 11:11 on YouTube. And then on Wednesday at 12:40 Mountain Standard Time, Wednesday the 10th and I love that, the 10th, at 12:40 Mountain Standard Time. It will be Leslie Hoffman, Lisa Gunshore, the Buddhist biohacker, and Michele Snelling together with mediumship and all things mediumship plus live reading, mediumship reading. So I cannot wait to be joined by Maddie on Monday and Leslie and Lisa on Wednesday. Leslie and I had a hoot last Wednesday. If you guys joined us and were there, it was so much fun. So can't wait to see you guys. Like and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. I appreciate it. And I appreciate you guys spending some of your Sunday with me. Hey, have a beautiful new moon cycle in your way, your unique personal way, not according to anybody else. Love you all, and thank you so much.